Long ago, navigators in outrigger canoes looked upon the horizon of the Pacific Ocean and sailed to distant islands. Over countless generations, the voyagers of the Pacific explored deeper and deeper into their ocean world, and cultures died out, and new societies emerged as they adapted to the demands of their environment. Millenniums passed, and the settlers refined the knowledge that would enhance their lives and enable them to survive on small islands in isolated regions of the Pacific Ocean. This film is about a group of traditional arts and skills that form an important part of the heritage of one such island. If it were not for modern-day items such as metal buckets, bowls, and coffee pots for gathering water, one might think that time has passed Lamotrek by. But changes have taken place in this small community. A community of 300 people made up of one village on Lamotrek Island, the largest of 3 islands in Lamotrek Atoll, an atoll that is only 1/2 square mile in total land area and not more than 6 feet above sea level. Although changes have occurred in Lamotrek, they are few in comparison to other islands in the Pacific. For the most part, the people of Lamotrek still practice a wide range of traditional skills that have been handed down from one generation to the next for thousands of years. Lamotrek is an island in Micronesia, one of 3 culturally distinct groups of islands in the Pacific. The other 2 are Melanesia to the south and Polynesia to the east. Where did the ancestors of the people of Lamotrek originally come from, and how and when did they settle in Micronesia? No one can be sure, but most scientists agree that the ancient homeland of the Lamotrek people was most likely southeast of the Asian continent, in the area of the Philippines and Indonesia. The first settlers in Micronesia are believed to have entered directly from the west over 3,000 years ago. The ancestors of the people living on Lamotrek today, however, are believed to have traveled the same general route as the ancestors of the Polynesians. Around 3,000 years ago, they parted company from these early ancestors and voyaged north. They reached eastern Micronesia around the time of Christ, and eventually the islands in central and western Micronesia some 500 to 1,000 years later. The last remembered settlement of Lamotrek occurred after a war between Lamotrek and a neighboring island called Ifaluk. Legend has it that an armada of sailing canoes from Ifaluk attacked again and again, and each time they were driven back by the Lamotrek defenders. But in the end, the Ifaluk invaders conquered. Taking advantage of a westerly wind, torches made of palm leaves were lit from approaching sailing canoes to create a smoke screen. Clouds of smoke and ash from the torches blew into the face of the Lamotrek army. In the hand-to-hand combat that followed, the Lamotrek forces were driven from the beaches and destroyed. After every man, woman, and child on the island had been killed, the conquerors returned to Ifaluk, brought back some families, and repopulated Lamotrek. Stick dances on Lamotrek today still recall the olden days when battles between islands were not uncommon. The stick dance is really a creative interpretation of the skills of martial arts and may have been used to train warriors for combat. Learning these skills was crucial to a community's ability to survive, and although inter-island warfare no longer exists, instruction in martial arts continues. The coconut leaf necklaces that these men are wearing signify that the patron spirit of martial arts, Yalulames, is with them. Anthropologists tell us that Lamotrek's traditional skills evolved from early Indonesian, Filipino, and Polynesian forms. The people of Lamotrek, however, have another way of recalling the origins of their skills. They say that certain specialized skills involving magic were given to them by the gods.
Edugoa yani marsi ei peri boya woboli medawai Edugoa yani marsi ei peri boya woboli medawai nairasia eyeli freni olena eyeli freni olena so not renawid over sash as not renawid Tagrianam Futagriana, Sabura Frankanai, Panga, Moro, Niguria, Sarap, Poisanga, Bibria, Riras, Toku, Garia, the Voyana, the Limita, the Limita, the Voyana, the Kanga, and the Fara Safu, Urea, Every from the Pinao, and Nat. Ane tomero anu mana ye itu mana sana itu perlu yang ya itu perlu puri jam begini mau jalan sur ane nat hey gasri tagi.
With their vast knowledge of the wind, sea, and stars, navigators were able to make long-distance voyages between small islands separated by hundreds of miles of open ocean. The patron spirit of navigators was called Yalulawe, which means spirit of the voyage. This spirit was symbolized by a carved two-faced wooden effigy that hung over the outrigger when a sailing canoe was at sea. Since the introduction of Christianity after World War II, Yalulawe's presence on sailing canoes has declined, and the effigy figure is normally not taken on journeys between the islands anymore. But up until the middle part of this century, the effigy figure and the chants to Yalulawe were an essential part of every navigator's training. The techniques and lore surrounding both navigation and the martial arts belongs to a class of specialized skills which in the Lamotrekan language is called rong.
Yarmetari feru, Sato Takame feru. We fired a wrong. Okarwadi Lamotrek Peruka Samoy, Tori Pel, Palmer 13 Mel Peruka, Hotu. Sendapum, Perium, Worm, Ameritatu Jam Peruka, Hotu.
Yes, Puerto Rico, Periphery, Lamotrek,
Connected with all of the skills of rong is the oracle of the coconut leaf knots. Today, it is merely a superstitious method of fortune-telling, but before World War II, every important endeavor Lamotrek involved this ritual. For instance, no voyage would be made, no battle fought, nor any canoe built without first consulting the oracle contained in this complex combination of knots. Knots that are tied randomly in 4 strands of coconut leaves and read like a secret code for the information that the patterns of knots reveal. The oracle had power because the patterns of knots are personified with the names of mythological deities. A sailing canoe signals Lamotrek with a shell horn to inform the people that they have caught enough tuna to feed everyone on the island. This is a cause for great celebration, a celebration in praise of fishing and sailing, 2 activities which contribute much to the welfare of the community. Breadfruit trees are still cut down to provide wood for the construction of canoes. In the old days, the oracle of the coconut leaf knots would be consulted to determine what tree would bring the best fortune to the sailing canoes that were made from its wood. A sailing canoe is considered a work of great skill for the complexity of its design and appreciated for its speed in the water, ease of handling, and seaworthiness. There may be more than one master canoe builder in charge of meeting these goals, but it is said there is only one design they follow, a design that was prescribed long ago by the patron spirits of canoe builders, Selang and Semilagara. The patron spirit of weaving, Ile Filimar, is said to have given the islanders knowledge of special weaving designs. Hibiscus and banana fibers used to be the only materials available for making native island cloth. But now, imported cotton thread is also used to weave traditional patterns. The design for making a trap to catch fish inhabiting the reef is also attributed to a patron spirit, Yarohonga, a spirit who inhabits the sea lanes between the islands. As with other skills of rong, persons who master the techniques of making different types of fish traps also learn taboos and magic spells associated with their construction and use. Taboos and magic spells are believed to increase the chances of a large catch of fish and protect users from shark attack while handling a fish trap in the water. Such knowledge is considered a person's birthright, and as such is passed down from one generation to the next within the clan or lineage group. In this way, the skills of rong play an essential role in the division of labor and status in Lamotrekan society. The skills of rong are not limited to the sea, nor the land, but extend to the sky world as well, in the person of the weather magician.
weather forecast for Ulysses: cloudy with scattered to moderate rain showers and isolated thunder showers.
With the introduction of radio communications, the traditional weather magician is no longer needed. The Lamotrek Islanders now have daily weather reports to help them deal with the uncertainty of threatening storms. As with many other forms of rong, modern influences have diminished, if not utterly removed, the role that magic used to play in traditional specialized skills. Modernization comes in the shape of the micro-spirit, a government trading ship that belongs to the Federated States of Micronesia. The micro-spirit averages 4 to 6 visits to Lamotrek in the course of a year, bringing passengers, new ideas, and commerce to the islands. Dried coconut meat is sold to the ship in exchange for money to buy items such as batteries, kerosene lanterns, knives, fish hooks, coffee, cotton cloth, rice, and cigarettes. An important part of the heritage of Lamotrek lives on in the traditional skills of rong. Though taboos and magical spells may no longer be used, the practical skills associated with them, in many cases, such as navigation, canoe building, and weaving, these skills remain. Some types of skills, however, may be lost forever, like the skills of the weather magician. His successor, the radio man, belongs to a very different world of knowledge and ritual. This is the last weatherman who remembers the magic words and dance for initiating new members into the specialized skills of weather control. When he is gone, his knowledge will belong only to the spirits of Lamotrek past. What the future holds in store for the people of Lamotrek, no one can say. But among them moves a creative spirit, adapting to the modern world, while at the same time treasuring that which has gone before. Such is the heritage, and such is the wisdom of Lamotrek.